Hey guys, girls and everyone in between, and welcome back to Nimby Rails. My name is Sarah, and in this series I will take you on a journey through Europe. If you have seen all episodes, you may already have seen a pattern. With small countries, the start is always in the most densely populated areas like Tallinn or Riga. So the closer we get to completion of a country, the further away we get from the big cities. Today won't be different. Today we go even further into the east. Welcome to Latvia. For most Europeans, cities like Riga are already as far east as the European Union gets. What is east of Riga? Most people would guess. Most won't even know. A few might know Daugavpils, and even less may know Krušpils. Today we work on a hub even further east, Rezekne, the last big hub before the Russian border. This far out, building a Nimby Rails is relatively fast and easy. There are not too many roads to cross, not too many stations to build, just pushing through forests and fields. This is the first part of the end of Latvia. Not literally the end of Latvia, but for the series. The city of Rezekne has roughly 27,000 people living there. Culturally, the city is important for the region, but basically that's it. In Nimby Rails, I expect the passenger numbers to be very low, so I don't run trains deep into the night. I stop them earlier to save at least a bit of money. But it is a hub in a network, and when there's a hub, there's always the option to offer the perfect transfers. So let's get building. Another region full of blueprints. Let's get these tracks built. For building tracks, the community has found one very good tip. If you always trust yourself that you do everything perfect without any mistakes, you can just use the Global Blueprints tab and then just build everything. I try to not use that. It is faster, but it means you build everything. If you only have one small region you just built, well, it's fine. But if you work on big projects, it will lead to everything being built. And just trust my 2,800 hours in this game, on big projects you just don't want that. So how do you prevent that? It is super simple. Just build one track. It doesn't have to be long, like 2 meters is already enough. Just somewhere into an ocean or a sea or a lake or even into a river. Once the track turns red, you have a collision, and in Nimby Rails you can't build tracks when you have a collision. So this will prevent you from just using the Global Blueprints tab. Then just select the Selected tab and select the tracks you need, and then you can just build them this way. It will take a little bit longer, but never ever again you will build something you never wanted. It reminds me of the old days of Nimby Rails, where you had a huge multiplayer save, and then one person on accident just did build everything. The good old times. Well, now you can prevent that in multiplayer. But now, back to the action. I did forget to build the switch to get the trains from Krušpils to Rezekne. It is a super fast fix, and after that it is time to set up the lines. We will see a total of 4 lines running in the area. from Daugavpils to Rezekne, from Kruspils to Rezekne, and from Rezekne on to Zilupe and Krasava. I had a very clear vision in front of my eyes when I saw this setup. Time transfers in Kruspils and Daugavpils to get a fast connection from Rezekne on to other destinations like Riga and in the future also Vilnius. And in Rezekne itself, well, it's just a question of timing to let the two lines wait for the trains from Daugavpils and Kruspils before departing to the wilderness. Sorry, I meant to say Zilupe and Krasava. There's still some infrastructure out there. While I'm building this, I really ask myself if I would have been a better human, if I would be living in a place so close to the wilderness instead of an over-industrialized country with cities everywhere and no wilderness left. No real wilderness, at least. Well, we will never find out, but we are here for Nimby Rails and not for the deep talk. For you, I will skip setting up all the lines, adjusting all the line timings, and I will see you guys again once all the lines are set up. This is how the network looks now, after we are done with the new edition, and you can't really tell where it is. Of course, if you watch all the episodes you know, if you watched the last episode you know, if you watched this episode you know, but you can't really see it because it's that well integrated. And also in the time-lapse it just looks perfect. The first error did show up once I let the trains run. I accidentally put two trains on the same platform at Kruspils, which obviously doesn't work. I mean, it would work if I set up the platform correctly for a multi-train layout, but I just decided to check into the schedule and see what I can do to fix it. And the fix was super simple. I just decided to take the train and remove it from platform number 3, which is where the collision was taking place in the schedule, and put it onto platform number 1, which was free at the time, so there was just some very fast problem solving. After solving the problem at Kruspils, this is how it looks, and I would say it just looks perfect. Once you speed up the trains, you see that around Rezekne it's a little bit less dense, and that Kruspils is a little bit of a bottleneck, but it is just so satisfying to watch it, how all the trains are coming in and going out, and they don't collide with each other, which is a new feature after the problems I had before. Rezekne itself also looks just beautiful with all the trains coming in and out, staying at the station simultaneously, and I just love the look of the entire save by now. When you zoom out and everything is running at such a high speed, oh, it just looks so good in my personal opinion. But of course you can see that there are two bubbles with Tallinn and Riga itself, which is a little bit of a downside of playing in less dense countries because, you know, the money is on the long range trains, which is perfect because a lot of cities are far apart from each other, but you can't really generate a lot of passengers if there are no people living there. And that is, in my opinion, the biggest holdback of playing in the Baltics. But so far we have made it to part 15, which is already a small achievement, and I also wanted to say thank you guys for over 50 subs. I hope to grow even more because, you know, guys, every week 2 new videos about the new editions of the save, and we have come so far from just building the Tallinn area in the very first episode, to adding the very first 4 passenger lines in the second episode, to having 2 tram networks in part 3 and part 9, which were difficult and mind-breaking to build. I really struggled with them, and all the other parts where we really constructed quite a lot of lines, and this network is already super extensive, and I can't wait for the next 15 episodes where we will see Lithuania next. Next episode we will finish Latvia, after that Lithuania, and I just can't wait to finally go even further. Maybe to Poland, maybe to Finland after we are done, but that is the talk for the future. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I am happy that you guys are here. I hope you will stay with me for the next 15 episodes, and see you guys again. Bye bye.